There is no peace deal. Everyone is lying to you. Just look at these two media headlines from CBS News and the New York Times. Live updates. US-Iran peace deal could be finalized within 24 hours, Pakistan says. Iran war live updates. Mediator says peace deal could be finalized within 24 hours. Now, really, everyone's to blame, and this is all done on purpose, and I'll get to that in a moment. But when the media asked President Trump in a press conference, when will a peace deal be signed? And he says, well, that we're close to a deal will be reached this weekend. And then when the other mainstream media corresponds with Iran or Pakistan mediators, they all are saying, oh, peace deal this, peace deal that. But do you remember the memorandum of understanding? That's not a deal. And that's exactly what the prime minister of Iran, or not the prime minister, sorry, the foreign minister of Iran is saying in his latest tweet. The Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding has never been closer. Pending its finalization, the media should refrain from entering speculation about its content. Okay, so that goes on to another topic entirely about the differing narratives as far as what the Memorandum of Understanding that will lead to a peace deal is actually saying. Now, this just out not more than an hour ago, peace deal will not be signed on Sunday, Iranian Foreign Ministry says. So despite all of the last 24 hours from Friday afternoon till Saturday morning of everyone saying that we are so close, 80% to a peace deal, yada, 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 all using the wrong terminology, the most recent update now from Iran is that this deal, which is actually the Memorandum of Understanding, will not be signed this weekend. First, let's talk about the dueling narratives of this peace deal, which starts with the Memorandum of Understanding, the MOU that nobody seems to be bringing up. They just leap right to the peace deal. You have President Trump's side, the U.S. side, which basically is outlined here on this Fox News clip, and it basically covers no nuclear enrichment, no nuclear weapons production. The Strait of Hormuz will be open immediately. There is no funding of your proxies, and you will get none of your money that's been frozen or taken from the U.S. until after the nuclear dust has been handed over. And of course, the first step in that process after signing the MOU would be to open up the strait. And honestly, that's probably the only point that both sides can agree upon. Now take everything that's up here and flip it, because that's exactly what the Iranian position is. These are both their red lines, and neither one has actually budged. So what is exactly going on here? It is my position that both sides are buying time and placating certain audiences. So on the U.S. side, or Trump side, you have a lot of things going on. You have the 4th of July is about to come up on the 250th birthday of the United States. On top of that, there's the World Cup that is currently happening in the United States, spread across Mexico, the U.S., and Canada. And you have all these visitors from all these foreign countries experiencing the United States. And then on the other side, the IRGC side, the Iranian side, there is civil unrest brewing again. When the internet opened up briefly, they all got to see exactly what was happening, and they determined that the IRGC is in fact lying to them, and they are extremely weak and in a horrible position. And so there was a lot of protests that were starting to brew in all the major cities in Iran. On top of that, there's video footage of the oil situation, or lack of gas at the local gas stations situation, with miles long of vehicles waiting to fill up their vehicles, reminiscent of the 1970s in the U.S. during the oil embargo. On top of that, the IRGC realizes they are losing control of the Strait of Hormuz, as hundreds and hundreds of ships, at least 15 a day, are getting out, and so no longer are they able to hold these ships hostage. The U.S. is slowly but surely arresting that control from the IRGC in both reality and across the media sphere, where everyone keeps touting IRGC supremacy when there is none. And so the IRGC needs to buy that time to reassert their defensive footprint without being attacked by the U.S. And the best way to do that is to honestly sign a memorandum of understanding at the very least, and get through this 60-day window where they can continue to reinforce their lost positions, and eventually likely slide back to some sort of conflict after this 60 days period is over. That's probably the most likely outcome if anything is even signed. But regardless, there is no deal unless there's actually signatures on paper, and right now that's not even going to happen this weekend. It's not even a peace deal, it's a memorandum of understanding, and nobody seems to want to be truthful about any of this.